This is going to be Dealing with Dumbasses Episode 2 or Segment 2 or whatever I freaking name it. I'm going to include the dual video in this so you can see what I was dealing with. And I'm not going to shorten it or anything. I'm going to let it go and I'm going to kind of talk about it as we go. Now, as you can see, I load up my burn deck and I'm playtesting my burn because I'm trying to make sure that I got everything right and everything done for the finals of the, World Duel Carnival. And I do my stuff, I set the koala, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll set 4. So, I go ahead and do that. Um, so I set my 4, and I let him go. He draws. Now, he plays Duality. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. And he seems like an okay person, because he's just like, okay, I'm like, okay, that's fine. So, of course, you can never tell by that, but, he just didn't seem like a dumbass at the start of it. So he grabs TKR. And I'm like, damn, I hope I don't draw a Duality. That's all I'm hoping right now is that TKR Duality would be a very bad idea. But I'm like, I don't have a Duality and all my cards are chainable, so I don't give two shits. So he does his pot of Duality, shuffles his deck, all the good stuff. Everything's going fine so far. I've got no problems, no issues, no qualms. Now, one dumbass thing he did do is like set and then summon, which is kind of retarded. But then again, I guess he didn't want to attack. I don't know. I don't know why he did that. He didn't even attack, which is like what kind of confused me at first. I was like, okay, that's odd. Well, lol, draw koala. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? Set end. So everything's going good so far. No problems, right? Yes, it's a normal duel. I like normal duels. I don't like dumbasses. So he plays Macros. I'm like, sure. Don't hurt me none, bro. Just letting you know. Yes, that rhymes, but I didn't mean to, so whatever. And so he attacks, and I'm like, cool, cool. Here you go. Yeah, have some burn damage. 1200. And see, like from everything you've seen, like he took the 1200, no problem, nothing. There's been no problems. I could not foresee this guy being this stupid. But give it another minute. You will see what happens. And I promise you, it will be one of the dumbest fucking things you've ever seen. So he draws. He special summons that stupid gay whatever thing you call it. I don't know the name. There you go. That big ass motherfucker. Guardian Yatos. I don't even see that dude anymore. So yeah, Guardian Yatos. Sorry. Couldn't think of the name. So he summons and I'm like, sure, that's fine. Because I got Magic Cylinder. I'm just like, haha, 1200 again, bitch. And yeah. Lol. And you know what's going to come next. Magic Cylinder, chain, rape. And that's what I do. Magic Cylinder. And I ask for any response. Now, when someone asks you any response, don't just minus the fucking life points at the end of your turn. That is so stupid. That's one thing I hate when I'm playing Burn is people don't even give me a chance to respond and chain. They're like, well, you didn't chain. Well, I asked for any response. So that's one thing you cannot do. And so I'm like, I'm going to chain. He's like, okay. I'm like, okay, chain. 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 Now this is where shit gets dumb. 2,500 from Just Desserts, which he takes, and he says you can't draw. So I'm figuring he means off the Reckless Green. Because, after you play Reckless, you can't draw for 2 turns. And yeah, I'm like, I know. I'll turn off the auto draw, bro. Don't worry about it. I'll turn off the auto draw. And he says you can't draw. And I type in, yeah, during draw phase. That's what Reckless Greed says. I meant something totally different than him. Thunder King Ryu. He don't prevent drawing. He prevents adding to the hand. And scroll over. Oh my fucking god, what does he say? Oh, what does he say? Oh, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them. He's like, Reckless, no. And I'm like, dude, he says except by drawing. retard. And I'm like, read your card. Like, seriously. Like, if he just read his card, he wouldn't even be, like, trying to argue this. He was just arguing because he knew he lost. Like, that's the only reason he was arguing this shit, is because he knew he lost. That's all there was to it. And I knew that. But, you know, I was like, dude, seriously. And he's like, accept draw phase. Does it say draw phase, motherfucker? No. It says nothing about a phase. It says accept drawing them. That means you can upstart, you can reckless, you can allure. You just can't duality, you can't gold sark, you can't do dumb shit like that. And I'm telling him, I'm like, read him except by drawing them in his exact text. And accumulator says draw two. And reckless says draw two. Does not say anything about draw phase. And I'm just like, how can you be this? Because like you see, he's not doing anything. So he's reading the card. He's just like apparently mentally disabled or something. Like I don't even understand. And I called a judge for ruling, and I'm like, well, yeah, pretty much. This is where it's gonna get fun. About 10 minutes later, or well, it's like about 6 minutes right now, so fine, about 7 minutes later, he ends up just quitting. Like, honestly, like, straight up. He just quits. Because no admin shows up, which is something I'm going to touch on while we're waiting here. Why don't the admins on Dueling Network do their fucking job? The smallest wait time I've ever had for an admin was 8.5 minutes. That's when an admin actually showed up. I mean, there's been like games before I waited 15 minutes before before no admin showed up, and my opponent's just like, dude, you can have the game. Fuck this. This is dumb, and he just quit. It's just like, why can't they do their damn job? It takes 30 seconds to answer a fucking ruling question. Honestly, I mean, I understand there's a lot of players in Dueling Network. I do understand that. Believe me, I do. And I do understand that sometimes admins have to AFK to do stuff. That's fine. But when there's 6 fucking admins on, at least one can come answer, come answer the question. I mean, shit, it's just dumb. Like, it really is. It's just, there's no point to it. It's just not okay. And then, Black Paladin or whoever's in charge of this bullshit, like, if you're watching this video, fucking fix this. I mean, goddamn, if you want an admin, sign me up, dude. You don't have to fucking pay me. I'll do this shit for free just so people can get their fucking rulings and continue their games. Because I know I can't stand this, and I know other players can't stand this. I mean, this is not okay. And I didn't check how many admins on were this time. But there's been times before I was on and there was like 8 admins on, like 8 of the people. And I sat there for like 15 minutes without a single admin, and my opponent just quit. Like, that's just dumb. And of course, he's here. He's like, then, I know he was just like, what do we do? And I just type in waiting for an admin, because you cannot play your cards correctly. You. So, still waiting for an admin. None shows up. They never do. They're AFK in space or something. The point is that, like, how can you be this dumb? Like, I didn't even think this was possible. Like, honestly, like, I understand that sometimes people get confused by card effects and stuff. Like, when someone plays Reckless, it says they can't draw for the next 2 turns, and then they try and play, like, I don't know, Upstart. Well, you can't draw. Well, it's drawing by a card effect, not by, the actual game mechanics. And that kind of confusion I can understand. When it says that, I can understand a lot of different confusion, but this is something you cannot get confused about. Oh, there you go. There's 3 admins on. Well, 4 if you count Chief. I don't know what the fuck Chief's position is anymore. It's not green. It's like invisible, but whatever. That's not the point. The point is there's at least 3 admins on, because I just checked that. So, anyways, the point I was trying to make is there's a lot of confusion in this game, and I understand that. Believe me, I understand that. But how do you get that confused? It says except by drawing, and those cards say draw. I mean, I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Like, honestly, it doesn't make any sense. And like I said, it didn't matter. I got this game 1 anyway. I had another Reckless. I had double blast spheres. I had the Messenger of Peace. So, I mean, he couldn't attack me, and even if he did, he would hit a blast sphere. and I'd be like, "Bite me, bitch!" And I had 8,000 life points, so it's not like he could have killed me anyway. I mean, even if he did, like MST the Messenger and I don't know, freaking compulsory the Blast Sphere and attack me directly with Thunder King, uh, Gardeniatos, and another Thunder King, I mean, it still wouldn't kill me. So I mean, it's just, I wouldn't have lost this one either way, which is kind of why. That's usually why I sit through the admins. Like sometimes I'll just quit because I don't want to sit there for 15 minutes if I know I'm gonna lose, which with my burn deck doesn't happen. So I don't mind sitting here. Um, but it's just like with other decks, sometimes I actually myself quit because I'm like, dude, it's not worth it. I'm gonna lose anyway. Like when I'm trying to play Dark Worlds and stuff. That's another random tangent I'm gonna go off on while we're waiting for this. Is Dark Worlds. Dark Worlds, like I've been playing build after build after build. I took a build my friend gave me, which is like bullshit insane. Played that, and it's got about a 70 to 80% win record. I took some stupid build I got off of uh, YouTube. Oh, what the hell is? I can't think of the name right now. I mean, it's not a stupid build, but I don't like Dark World in general because they just, yeah, they don't work. Like I don't know, it's the build that Team Minority put up. V's build, I think it was. Yeah, V. I used his build on Dueling Network, and it has like a 60% win record. I used another deck that I got off a forum, and it has like a 40% win record. It's just like the deck's too easy to counter. But yeah, that's a random tangent. I'm sorry. I'll be posting a Dark World video later on that subject, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But that's for another date and time. Um, Also, upcoming videos. You've got this one, dealing with dumbasses. You've got playtesting with gadgets versus Dark World. You've got lots and lots of stuff. But anyways, so he's here. He's like, I'm sleepy. You win, but it looks well for the rule. And I'm like, trust me when I say TKR does not stop reckless greed. LOL. Like it's stupid. He's like, I'm sleepy, you win, but it looks well for the rule. Like he's gonna win the rule. Like it's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I guarantee it, dude. Best chicken in town. That's what I guarantee. Anyways, sorry. And here I'm like, I wish the admins on here did their damn job. I mean, that's like, and I'm not trying to stab at any of the admins who are on right now. I mean, in general. I mean, I play on this site a lot lately, and I never get an admin. Like they're just not there. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, so this is stupidity. Like it doesn't make sense. It's like the one time I was playing a plant player, and I played Dimensional Fissure and attacked Dandelion, and he sat there for 10 minutes arguing with me whether he gets Dandelion's effect or not. It says sent to the graveyard, douchebag. You did not go to the graveyard. You went to the banish pile. Get the fuck out.